I mean, there shouldn't even be a word for atheism. It shouldn't exist. Shouldn't need it. There's not a word for not believing in fairies, you know? And if people didn't keep inventing these weird, impossible deities, we wouldn't have to go around denying them.
Well, Ricky Gervais is always provocative, isn't he? But what's the claim supposed to be here? It seems to be that the speakers of any given language will have a word for the non-existence of a certain entity only if the existence of that entity is regarded by them as a serious and substantive question. And that seems to me to be a plausible principle. If a group of speakers do not regard the existence of something as significant or serious, then they probably won't have a word in their language for the denial of its existence. Now, in English, we do have a word for atheism as a denial of God's existence. So what follows logically from that? Well, it follows simply that English language speakers take the question of God's existence to be a serious and substantive question. So what's Ricky's point supposed to be? It doesn't show that the existence of God is not a significant and substantive question, as most people take it to be. And notice one more thing. Notice his tacit assumption that atheism is the denial of God's existence. It's not just the absence of God belief. And in order to deny God's existence, you don't have to have the word atheism in your vocabulary. You can ask the question of God's existence without any word for atheism in your language. In fact, I don't think that in ancient classical Greek or Latin, there is such an equivalent word, and yet clearly the question of God's existence could be and was meaningfully asked and meaningfully answered by speakers of those languages.